everybody, and welcome out to another Dice Tower daily unboxing video. Today we're taking a look at Risk Shadow Forces. This is by Avalon Hill, a legacy game. This is the company that made the first legacy game, Risk Legacy, in fact. So this is a follow-up of sorts to that. Shadow Forces, you can see on the back of the box here. Darkness has descended on the world. It is the mid-21st century and society is on the brink of disaster. The earth is on fire and the oceans are rising. Wars are raging as counterculture militias emerge from the shadows to compete with conventional military. Powerful corporations are usurping the role of governments. Corruption and disinformation run unchecked. Against this uneasy backdrop, a rare and valuable energy resource has been discovered. Warlords with mysterious motivations are battling. For what? To save the world? Or to control the resource and gain power. What's the name of the resource? What's the name of the resource? Blah, blah, blah. So this is a 15-game campaign. Interesting. Well, folks, I cannot guarantee that you're going to see a completely spoiler-free. Obviously, I'm not going to open up anything that is, you're not supposed to open up. I wouldn't do that because I want to play this campaign, say, for example. But let's see. All right, folks, this is your last chance. Thanks for coming by another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. If you don't want to see what's under this lid, right here, boom! Blank cardboard. That was a psych out. Boom! Here we go. So what is happening here? Risk Shadow Forces rule book. Table of contents. This is a for serious rule book. This is 36 pages here. On the back is going to be the log of the 15 games. So you're going to see that you can keep track of all of that stuff there. 36 pages of rules. This is a bit hefty. Legacy, a different way to play. If you've not played a Legacy game before, I have, thanks. So if you've not, Legacy means that as you play through this, you're going to be making permanent changes. Stickers or writing or markers, changing the board, changing your faction, changing your powers and everything. Interesting. So Legacy terms defined. Campaign game, this whole table of contents is actually kind of impressive to me. It also lays out games 1 through 15 in here, so that's probably why this is so long, actually. You can see that some of these are labeled global games and some of these are labeled skirmish. That is interesting. There's a separate board for the global, the Risk board, and then skirmish stuff. Skirmish games are going to be a little bit different. I've heard that there's some real lot of thought kind of put into this, so I'm curious about this. Avalon Hill is trying to basically rebrand itself as a manufacturer of strategy-level games. So you have different warlords here. This is one of the things that distinguishes this from other Risk-type games. And you have factions, and warlords can be mixed with various factions and stuff. Playing the global game, object is to be the first to have 4 domination tokens, or much more rarely, eliminate all other players. So there's an objective, there's goals to be working towards. You see that you got troop pieces, 1 troops and 3 troop pieces, plus HQs, headquarters, and the warlords themselves. You got the typical kind of Risk dice-looking thing, but there's only 2 red and 3 black. That sounds backwards from normal. Domination tokens. All right, this is interesting so far. Yeah, you got cards, sticker sheets. So here you go, stickers that will be permanently changing things up. Sealed components in envelopes. Very neat. Crutonium. I'm guessing Crutonium is the name of the resource that we might be fighting over. So steps for every global game. Goal of the game, turn overview, start your turn, join the war or recruit troops and energy. Or expand an attack, maneuver troops, collect cards, and end your turn. So the text in this rulebook is pretty small. There's definitely a lot that looks like it's going on in here. But also I wonder, what things are connected and what things are disconnected from Risk. You see here that additional rule stickers will come into the rulebook over the course of play. Par for the course, maybe, for many legacy games. All right, so that's the global game. Then we can look here. There's a section of the rulebook for the skirmish game. You see that this is not a global map. This is just this is what's called the skirmish board, the skirmish map. So, well, you can see there. This maybe this is where you use the warlords in more particular usage and stuff. That's fascinating. Okay, well, I think that from this point on, I'm not going to want to look through the rule book because those are going to be describing, individual games and how they work. So that's a look in the rule book. You got the sticker sheet here. some changes that could happen to the board. That looks pleasant. That looks good. Maybe upgrades, additional power improvements and stuff. This is the skirmish board here. It's very thin. It's a cardboard punch-out. I hope I was supposed to do that. You never know with a Legacy game. And you know what? I'm not going to punch out all of these tokens and stuff because I want these to just kind of go back in so people can play them. Oh, interesting. So these are, sorry to bump the camera. Per player, there's also these little faction boards. It looks like you can write on them, or maybe you're going to be stickering stuff on there. Fascinating. Here's another skirmish. Oh, there's more than one skirmish board. Oh, okay. Lots of token upgrades. Like I said, folks, don't worry, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything that seems like it would be unreversible. There's a lot of like envelopes and stuff. Do not open this whole section until instructed to. Do not open these packages until instructed to. You got your warlords. You got your risk dice over here. Very neat. All of this cardboard stuff, by the way, is pretty thin, you know, but this is still kind of, you know, more geared towards a mass market audience. So I get it, you know. Cards here. I don't want to really look through these, but you can see that there are lots of different types of cards. There's scars that you might endure, warfare cards, Shadow Forces cards. I'm going to take a peek and see. Oh, okay, so yeah, these cards have just all different types of things. I don't know exactly what should and shouldn't show off, so I'm just going to err on the side of safety just a touch, but you can see how these cards kind of come packaged in and everything. There's more Shadow Forces cards over here. There's a good amount of components, and then you got the player pieces in the different bags. These don't say don't open, so I'm gonna. This is an interesting type of package. It feels like a little bit like a waxy paper kind of a thing. So all the factions, I'm going to guess, have probably the same types of units. You got your 1 units. Oh, so you got your 1 units, which are your soldier miniatures, and then you got 3 units, which are going to be, oh, this one looks like the Ecto 1 almost. And then you got your bases. You know, I think actually all of the factions are going to have different stuff, but I'm not going to open up all of the bags just on this unboxing. But you can see that there's a lot of figurines. There's a lot. I didn't even dump all of these out for the blue player. So there is a lot of plastic, a lot of pieces, a lot of miniatures and stuff going on. This is going to look cool when the board is set up. Let's take a look at the board, and then we'll be done here. I'm going to set this back in and hope that I was not supposed to not open this. We'll see. Shh. Secrets. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. All right. The board looks very... I like this kind of modernized type of look. You know, the regions are big hexes and stuff, and elongated hexes and whatnot. Australia, famously, is still kind of cornered down here. It looks like there's still one entrance point, and it looks like Kamchatka still wraps around over to Alaska on the other side. Yeah, it looks like it looks like Australia is still kind of holed in a little bit. This doesn't connect over to the other side or anything. Still 4 sectors, 4 zones. I'm curious if that old classic strategy is going to work out or not. It looks kind of cool, I got to tell you. Here's the Crutonium track on the bottom. Don't forget about the Crutonium, folks. That's what we're going to war for. Well, there you go. Just a nice little look here inside the box of Risk Shadow Forces. Thanks for coming by another Dice Tower daily unboxing video. My name is Chris Yee. I hope that you folks have yourselves a fantastic day.